First of all, thank you for the opportunity to appear before you. This is my first venture into politics. Born and raised right here in Lincoln, president of a 54-year-old business rather, and raised my family. Been raised in this community and raising my family in this community. I think I can bring a very unique perspective through all my life experiences in Lincoln, both personal and business-wise, and lend a perspective that otherwise isn't represented in the council currently. Some primary examples of that go right along with some of the issues that you work with on developing this community yourself. When we did a project at 27th and I-80, they said you couldn't build there because of the wetlands. We crossed a tremendous number of hurdles, worked with federal, state, local agencies to make sure that we turned what was then a cow pasture into a saline wetlands. We did that entire development when people said, no, you can't. We worked with ways to find common ground to make sure that environmental interests and business interests worked hand in hand to make something happen. They said you can't build there because we can't get sewer and water there for 5 years or $5 million later. We looked for alternatives on that and worked with the Schleich family to bring an easement across their property, carve out an easement and save that money, and was able to make both sides of 27th and I-80 sewerable so that project could happen. I've enjoyed serving a whole host of different organizations, both state, local, federal, and international actually as well. I'm a proud member of the Environmental Quality Council for about 15 years now, protecting environmental interests across the state, finding common ground to make sure that the environmental interests in the entire state and the issues that the DEQ represent are ones on solid ground. City parks are a key issue that has been mentioned there. My father was a founder of the City Parks Foundation Board, and I continued on in that foundation board as well, finding private sector solutions to an awful lot of the budget issues that in fact the parks are dealing with on a fairly regular basis. Key issues that I've got are very similar to my Republican counterparts. As I go around door to door and listen to the neighbors, they're getting paid, they're paying enough in taxes right now. And likewise, statistics bear that out as well. As a business leader, I fully understand that you do not raise revenue by raising rates. Over the course of the last 4 years, taxes have gone up significantly because they've gone back to raising rates every single time that they've had an issue that they've needed to deal with. I made a commitment not to do that. Road infrastructure, likewise, is a concern I've heard about over and over again. We need to protect the funds that are already out there that are dedicated to roads and make sure those are protected and dedicated as well. Transparency in government is another key issue that needs to happen. There's too much being done behind the scenes. Obviously, I've been associated with the bidding process that's going on here. Bids need to be vetted properly and appropriately. Those are the key issues, not a matter of exclusion. We need anybody that can bring value to the city and to the taxpayers within this community is what's critically important. City government needs to fully understand that they have got no money that isn't first taken away from the taxpayers. And we need to be solid stewards of those funds. May 7th, I would appreciate your vote. Thank you very much.